Pull-ups. You either hate them or you can't do them. Today we're going to be going over the proper way to set up for and do a pull-up. Now, have you ever been hanging off the side of a cliff unsure if you can get back up? Have you ever wanted to work your arms and back at the same time? Well, now I think about it, why would you actually want to know how to do a pull-up? To show off, maybe? Well, anyways, my name's John Strawn. I'm a certified personal trainer, which makes me qualified to speak on the subject. Before we do get started though, a little disclaimer, this is very difficult. It's not an overnight thing. It's gonna take a lot of practice, so don't be too hard on yourself. Most people can't do a pull-up. I couldn't for the longest time. So let's get started with how to properly grip for a pull-up bar. There are multiple different grips. Each one is gonna focus certain muscles differently, and it's gonna have a slightly different name to it. What we're gonna focus on is gonna be a standard overhand wide grip pull-up. Now, I love standard overhand wide grip pull-ups because they're the most difficult and most rewarding when you complete them. Plus, they're great for muscle building. So what you're gonna do is acquire a bar. You can either do this by going to a gym, to the park, buying one online. If you don't wanna do a bar, that's okay. You can do the first step, a couple steps of practice without one. You're gonna wanna go up to the bar, take a shoulder width stance, arms up, and you wanna go just outside of shoulder width with that grip. A little difficult to see, but just out of shoulder width with that grip. Hop up onto the bar, squeeze. Firm grip, just enough to hang there. But you don't want to be squeezing too hard with your hands because you want to be utilizing your back a lot for this movement. Now, you can practice this over and over. Just walking up to the bar, taking the perfect stance, the wide grip, hop up, grab, hold for 10 to 30 seconds. It's a lot more difficult than you think. It's called a dead hang. It's great for stretching and strengthening certain muscles, as well as for overall pull-up progression. Awesome. Practice, practice, practice. Now that you know the perfect way to grip a pull-up bar, let's move on to how to activate your arms and back for a pull-up. This is going to be super key. So what you're going to want to do is go up, take that same stance from step one. We're going to go into step two, which is going to be bending the bar. Simple, simple. Arms up, act like you're squeezing and bending the bar. That's it. Just practice that over and over. Squeeze, bend, simple. From there, you're going to want to flex your lats. That's going to be a little more difficult. Imagine you have something in the middle of your back that you're trying to squeeze backwards and down. Back, down. Forward, back, down. It's going to take some practice to do. It took me a while to be able to really feel my lats and squeeze them properly. So we're going to put these three together. Grab bar, bend bar, squeeze lats back and down. Grab, squeeze, bend, boom. Simple 1, 2, 3. Now that you know how to grip the bar, how to squeeze and activate your arms and back, let's move on to how you put it all together. Now at this point, having a pull-up bar is going to be very critical. If you've never done a pull-up before, I would recommend an assisted pull-up machine at your gym or using an exercise band like so. To do the exercise band, you're going to want to tie it around the top, stretch it down, then you can step into it. Quick, simple, easy. Flip it on, tie, boom. You can stretch it down. Very simple. They vary in weights. What this is going to do is it's going to help remove some of the body weight you're trying to lift. I personally weigh about 215, 216 pounds, so pull-ups aren't very easy for me, and they never have been. That's probably why I practice them so much. Anyways, now let's go through each step. I'm going to do it once like so, once on the bar for you. So what you're gonna do, walk up to the old bar, take your perfect stance, shoulder width, outside of shoulder width, hop up or use a stool. You're gonna practice 1, 2, 3. Bend bar, squeeze, pull down, boom. It's gonna raise your chest up. You're gonna wanna try to get your chin above the bar to do a complete rep. And then on the downward motion, you're gonna wanna lower yourself in a nice controlled manner. We don't want any injuries, and we want to utilize that eccentric of the movement. The downward motion helps build muscle, helps make you stronger. Then, what you're going to want to do is just practice this over and over. Do as many sets of one as possible. Like, you could do you could do 20 sets of one rep. Sorry, my wording is a little funky there. You just want to get as much practice as you can. You want it to be smooth, controlled, and with purpose. I'll show you one on the bar too. It's going to be the stance, the grip, the squeeze, the pull. Stance, boom, boom, grip, firm. Nice, slow and controlled. We went through each movement. Let's do a little recap. First, we talked about how to properly grip for the bar. Second, we talked about how to engage your forearms and your lats, or I guess just your arms in general, for the pull-up. Then we talked about how to mash it all together and do the perfect pull-up. It's gonna take a lot of practice. Pull-ups are great. I've said this before, pull-ups are fantastic. But I do want you to know that no matter how many you do, no matter how much you practice and how hard you work, they're never gonna get easier. So good luck and stay healthy.